248-539-9797. Straight up, how concerned are you about the Dylan Larkin situation? Do you think Yzerman is being too rigid? Do you think he should bend? Or do you just say kick rocks? You either want to be a wing or not. Now, I think that's a little short-sighted, but I want to talk to the people about it. Yeah. Big story in the Freep today.
It's how much faith do you have in Yzerman? Can he do no wrong in your eyes, or is this something, well, you know what? This maybe is really his first big blemish.
See, well, but hold on. See, here's the problem. And Kenny had to go screen calls. But I guess my problem is there has never been a point in time where Dylan Larkin is associated as being elite, as being one of those elite centers, being that no-doubter, first-line, elite guy. He's good.
Right.
But he's not elite.
Right, but it's one of those where is he one of the
best you got.
And it's one of those young stars in the city of Detroit that you don't want to lose. That's the problem.
The other thing, too, is you have to figure out, is there more toothpaste left in the tube? So that's the other thing we can't talk to Kenny about because the people have rallied. The people want the hockey. I said there are 7 fans in this town, and right now we have 7 callers. I know my market. Rico knows media markets. He goes Moonves mode. I know my market. But David, pretend you're Kenny. Now, this is one where if it's any other sport, it's a way bigger story. But it's starting to bubble up. You got a month to the deadline. And again, he could say no to a trade. You don't have a lot of leverage here. And Yzerman has drawn a hard line in the sand. How does it end up?
See, hold on, David. Before you say that, let me add to that. I think it's a bigger story because I think to a lot of Detroiters, the money is so close, it's almost like the Calvin Johnson thing where you're like, wait a minute, this is all just over $1 million. This is all over $500,000. It's not our money. $500,000 to average Joe is life-changing. But to athletes, it's like, really, it's but not like it's like a $7 million gap.
The bigger picture in all of it is, if you always give in $500,000 here, $750,000 here, $1 million here, you end up signing guys that aren't worth the money, and you end up burning several million a year. In Yzerman's defense, and again, the bat signal is up. I am putting it out there. But never in watching, never in reading, never in listening. No one associates Dylan Larkin with being elite. So my question is, do you bend the value? Do you bend the rules? Because, again, I've never felt like Yzerman's loved him. I've never felt like this has been, remember, they delayed the captaincy.
I was about to say, they made him jump through hoops to get to see.
Yeah. Right, and again, I just feel like I understand the side of it if people go, you know what? Hey, if we had a shot to sign player X, who's elite, okay, we'll bend the rules. But Yzerman's system is I am not going to overpay for anybody. The number is the number. The value is the value. I'm not telling you it's right, wrong, or otherwise. I'm just asking the question. So we've got the hockey elite in line. We are going to get to this next. And don't worry, we're going to do the sports. We've got plenty to do today. And including the help me, I'm poor routine that the Illiches and Stephen Ross are pulling. Can't wait to get to that. God almighty. What a complete farce.